They made the paper for pop icon Madonna's wedding announcement. Even Queen Elizabeth II of England has purchased their products. They are one of the very few printers in Europe that still use the engraving printing technique. They produce our government's letterhead with the state emblem, as well as the presidential New Year's greetings cards, which are sent to all corners of the globe, all in their facility in the small town of Příza, on machines that are almost 100 years old. Petr Řehák is a lawyer by profession, but it was a completely different field that captured his attention. In 1993, he founded a family handmade paper manufacturing business. 2 years later, he added a printing business. He wanted to apply the same engraving printing process that our ancestors used during the First Czechoslovak Republic. I found used machines in England and the USA, and we bought them. It sounds simple, but we had to take out a loan, and it took a long time. I had to learn a new technique, engraving, that is not taught at any Czech school. I knew everything on a theoretical level, but I didn't learn the practice until I joined this company. It is the selected technique that sets the Řehák's printing business apart and that has earned it a place among the world's best. They still use the gravure printing process perfected in the late 19th century. Today, it is an unparalleled and rare thing to see. You typically find it in state postal printers. Engraving means printing from a stamping die. The die is engraved by hand, or the process can be simplified through chemical pre-etching that is followed by final hand etching. But that is just part of a demanding process that results in uniquely printed paper. In contrast to letterpress printing, in engraving, the ink is not pressed into the paper, instead it rises on the surface. It is something exceptional, and it works. It is something that begs to be touched, and that brings people joy. The Řeháks have had an eye on foreign markets since they began. In the early days, customer recommendations were their main form of advertising. In 2000, they moved the printing operation to a farm estate in Příza, and 4 years ago, Petr's son Adam took over at the helm of the company. My entire childhood was intertwined with this company. During the early years of the business, from when I was about 5, I would spend part of the summer holidays in the old mill, where we hand-manufactured paper, running between the machines and putting my hands into the taps of water. They gradually managed to attract customers from around the world. Their products found their way to Cartier and actors such as Paul Newman and Uma Thurman. We value every order because each one contains a piece of our soul, and each one has to be truly precise, not just thrown onto the paper like you see with some printers. Our printed materials appeared in a historical Hollywood series that was filmed in Prague. In that case, we did crazy stuff like engraved letterhead paper with a one-day turnaround, and the director loved it. Products from the company pass through human hands at least 10 times before they are finished. They are praised in Europe, America, Australia and Asia. Our products are found on every continent. We have several distributors, but our potential is maybe 100 times greater. That's what I believe in and what I see ahead. That's our ambition, that we have the potential to grow globally. While similar companies in other countries are going belly up, this firm doesn't show any signs of slowing down. You can find s.r.o. products in Tokyo or in New York on 5th Avenue. They have built a printing museum in a 12th century house in Prague to show how people used to work in the printing industry long ago.